Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm doing a first impressions video of the 3 to 5 player trick-taking race betting game Golem Run by Dragon Dawn Productions. Now this is a prototype. I want to thank Dragon Dawn for sending me a copy for a video. So essentially in this game you're going to be betting on these 3 golems that are in a race, and you're betting on who do you think is going to win. And also you're betting on what your opponents to your left and your right are also betting. And of course the winner of the tricks are going to influence the golems on who is going to move and how they move and so forth. So let me show you how to play, and then I'm going to give my initial thoughts on it. Okay, so this is how Golem Run is going to be set up. Mind you, this is a prototype, so the hexes and the board is going to be a little bit bigger when it comes out. You're going to have your 3 colored golems here at the starting spaces. This is the finish line right here. When one golem crosses this line, the game is over. Now you can also reorganize this the way you want. I just put it like this just for teaching purposes to show you how the game works. So we're going to start with 12 cards. And of course you have the cards that are matching the golem colors. So you got white, you got blue, and you got orange. Okay, I don't have any, and the blacks are wild. So what you're going to do at the start of your turn is you're going to make a bet. So you're going to be like, all right, you know what? I think white is going to be in the lead. So you don't want, it's not good to bid the highest number. You cannot bid on the booster. So these, if you see a +1, these are booster cards. You cannot use booster cards for wages. But you know what? Let's say we think blue is going to be in the lead. So we'll put this face down as our center bet. And then we're going to choose what we think our opponents are going to bid. So the person to your left, you're going to say, all right, I think he's going to be bid on white. And the person to my right is also going to bid on white. And now you're going to have the rest of these cards for your turn. So the first person is going to be the race marshal, and they are going to lead the trick. So like any other trick-taking game, you're going to take a card. So let's say I can pick black. So I can say, all right, so let's lead with black 6, and then the person who plays next is going to pick the suit. So let's say they pick a 5. So this is going to be the lead suit. Another thing that you can do is also play 2 cards instead of 1. So instead of playing this 6, let's say I'm going to do the 2 pair like that, and that's going to lead the trick. And of course somebody has to follow. They can play either 1 card or they can play the 2 cards, depending on what it is. So the reason you want to play the 2 cards is because, again, if you do win the trick, you can decide which golem you want to move. So let's just say I won the trick with the 2, and it's the blue. So I'm going to choose to move the blue golem, and this tells me how much I'm going to move it. So I'm only moving it 1 space. So I'm going to move it 1 space. I cannot move it back, and I cannot go into any. It has to be going towards the finish line. Now, you're going to see on the board there's boulders, there's the fences, and then there's the waters. So there is a way to cross these. These are going to be a little bit detrimental to the golems, but the way that the golems can cross the lake. So let's just say we have the bridge, right, or the fence right here. In order to cross this, the golem can only jump a fence if there's a wild in the winning trick. And the same will go for the water. The only way that you can cross the water is if there are no wilds in the winning trick. So you're going to keep doing this until somebody runs out of cards. So let's just say it looks like this, and then like this. So all cards have been played. Realistically, it won't look like this, but I'm just giving you an example. So when everyone runs out of cards, we're going to score. So you're going to look at your center bets, and then you're going to see who's in first. So I'm not going to score. So I'm actually going to score for for second place. So if my opponents bid white, they would score because the golem is ahead. So now if there are multiple leading golems, they all qualify as a lead golem, and a wild used as a bet is also considered colorless, and you cannot win any victory points for using that suit as a bet. The lead golem would always score 1 victory point if you put it in the middle. Also, you're gonna be excuse me, judging by what the distance is. You're also going by the distance, so you're going to be doing the distance bet. Now, if the number of speed dots on your center card match the exact distance between the lead golem and the closest golem, you're going to get the victory points that are equal to the speed dots. And again, the same thing if there's 2 lead golems and the scoring is based on the distance to the third golem. And then, of course, all 3 golems are lead golems. The distance is 0, so no distance bets can win. So another, also like I said before, you're going to get victory points if you get your left and right correct as well. So if there's a successful move, a successful match, you're going to score 2 victory points for your left and right bets. And of course, the successful speed dot also matches equal to the speed dots. So you can actually score a maximum of 12 victory points in 1 round. Again, like I said, the game is going to end when they cross the finish line, and then you score again as usual, and the person with the most victory points is going to win. Now, Dragon Dawn has been doing a lot of trick-taking games lately. If you remember, I did a review for Verdun, which I really enjoyed a lot. That was an excellent trick-taking game based on the World War I battle. Again, these are card games. They're not going to be that thematic. So, same goes for Golem Run. It is a racing game. It's based off the Factory 42, the Mine 77 theme. It's from that universe of games. So, but again, the theme's not going to come out that much. But again, I don't expect that from a trick-taking game. Like I said before, you are betting. You're betting on yourself and your opponents. Yeah, you're not gonna get it right, but after that first round, you can more or less assume what your opponent is going to bet. So, I mean, the most important thing is trying to bet on yourself and the distance. But that's when, again, where the trick taking comes in. You want to save those cards because you want to win the trick so that you're able to control the golems and hopefully set up that when the round is over, that set yourself up for scoring. You can score up to 12 points a game. There's a lot of bookkeeping, so it does come with a score pad in there, so you're gonna be doing a lot of bookkeeping with this game. But it does have an interesting take on trick-taking. Again, like they've been doing a lot of unique trick-taking games lately with Dragon Dawn. And again, I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this as well if you like trick-taking games and racing games. Again, if you're a gambler, if you like betting on horses, betting on races like I do, this is right up your alley as well. It's got that feel to it. Yeah, there is going to be a lot of randomness. Again, with this is a card game, and anytime you play a card game, there's going to be a lot of randomness. But I don't think it affects how much fun you are going to play it, because again, know that what you're getting into, that this is a betting game. You're essentially betting on a race. I do like the little booster cards that made it a little bit more interesting when you play, especially when you play those 2 cards. So that added a little more strategy to it, playing the 2 cards, because you don't know which suit was going to win. So you want to help yourself out a little bit. Another thing I didn't go over is that you can also wait instead of wagering. So instead of playing a trick, you can just wait, and you can have more cards in your hand the next and when somebody plays the next trick. So that could be beneficial also, but that's also going to lead to, like, when everybody has no more cards left, you're going to have none, and again, those cards will be useless. But that can be beneficial if you really want to play that save those cards up and win that trick to get that golem ahead to where it needs to be. Again, you don't want them to get to the finish line really quick, because again, you want to try to score as many victory points as possible. So, but there are going to be people out there that want to end the game quick. And going by game length, this is a 30-minute game. You can play this in 30 minutes, maybe 45. I cannot see this game going an hour. So this is a nice little filler game as well. But yeah, I did enjoy this. I think a lot of people are going to have fun with it. I'm going to post a link to the Kickstarter in the description section. This is heading to Kickstarter in pretty soon. So yeah, that is Golem Run. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. I'll be happy to answer. I answer, everyone's questions as quick as possible. Please like and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. It helps this little channel grow. We are growing every day. I want to thank all my followers on Instagram. Everyone that subscribed on the to the YouTube account, I really appreciate it. And of course, I want to thank Dragon Dawn for sending me this copy. I had a lot of fun playing it, and of course, you're gonna see before this video is even released. I will have the other two games that they sent me, Tolerance and Justice, also reviewed by then. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next one, have a great day.